Hey, remember Where's Wally? Every kid in the 90s had these books, or at least had heard of them. The charming kids series by British illustrator Martin Handford was very popular at the time, and to be fair, it still is, mixing charming illustration with the fun of a game in a book. Nostalgia. Where's Wally books very simply asked you, the reader, to find this lad. A bloke in glasses, stripy jumper and hat. You'd have to find him in some mad location where it's all kicking off. I mean seriously, these pages were mental. You could look at them for hours as a kid. The format was so popular there was even this knockoff series, released around the same time as the Where's Wally's books. These are the ones that I had. I never had any actual Where's Wally books, only borrowed them from school. These ones were awesome though. You should check them out if you're into retro books. Wally's books were very popular outside the UK. In America, Wally's name was changed to Waldo. The reason for that was because the publisher thought that the American audience would respond better to the name Waldo than Wally. You see, in England, you can call someone a Wally to suggest that they're scatterbrained and a bit out there. It doesn't have that connotation in the USA, but presumably Waldo does. Maybe an American in the comments can confirm that. It's been years and years since I've heard anyone call someone a Wally. Usually go for another W word. It's kind of sweet that the author and the publishers went for a name with connotations like that, rather than just calling the books, "Where's this utter mad lad in a hat?" So yeah, Where's Wally is published worldwide. Not bad for a bloke who's supposedly trying to make himself invisible. To be honest, making yourself invisible sounds like something that I can get behind. The problem is with Wally, it's kind of insincere, because he's all like, "Oh, you can't find me," but then he's dressed like that. I mean, he may as well be wearing a high-vis vest. But in any case, it stands to reason that someone's going to try to capitalise on something this popular by making a game about it. I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice for an NES game, but what do I know? I mean, I used to willingly play these games when I was little. In fact, I used to rack up hours on this rubbish. Seriously, what was wrong with me? Where's Waldo was released in North America only in 1991, developed by none other than Bethesda. Yeah, that Bethesda. Though this was, of course, back in the early days when there were still only very few games in their back catalogue. Where's Waldo had a very small team behind it, like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 people? But weirdly, there's no credits in the instruction book. That doesn't bode too well, does it? No one wanted to put their name to it? Oh, come on. Well, surely it's not that bad. Guys? No one? Alright, come on, let's play it. Alright, so the point of the game is you're trying to get Wally to the moon. Because... But anyway, he needs to visit all of these places first, because... Maybe he's trying to sneak into NASA via the back way or something. Because, I mean, anyone who shows up at the front door of NASA looking like this idiot and asking to go to the moon is gonna get sectioned. Rightfully so. What are you doing? Taking your sweet time, come on. Oh, hang on a minute, let me just wipe this vomit off my screen. Oh, it's the game. Oh. Alright, so as you can see up at the top, we've got approximately 1 million years to find him, but I mean... well, where is he? Where is he? I can't even tell what half of this stuff is. Never mind find some pillock. Oh, there he is. Get him. Right, where are you off now? Casually wandering around like he's just, he's just having a nice time. I'm not having a nice time, though, I'll tell you that. Is that him there? Get the cursor over him. Yay. This poor guy. I mean, we're just following him around going, look, there you are, and then he's leaving and going hiding somewhere else, and we're going to find him. We are stalking Wally. He's been very polite about it because he's British, but I'm guessing he wants us to leave him alone. And to be honest, you're not British unless you hate everybody else and their company. You even hate your own company. So these screens, while they don't look impressive, it turns out that they weren't exactly simple for developer Randy Linden, who developed a way to make the screens randomised. In theory, you won't ever get to see the same layout of the screen twice, or Wally in the same place twice, but I'm not going to play it enough times to tell. I've got other things to do. Like, you know, all my social engagements and stuff. But you don't think I've not got other things to do than sit here and try to find this weirdo on this screen? I've got loads of... Lyndon made a tool so that the bitmap graphics could be made into multiple character sets for the code to draw each screen with. So kinda cool, maybe? I'm actually having more fun trying to work out what all these things are supposed to be than I am looking for Wally himself. I actually kind of enjoy the fact that the game just looks like you're looking at a crowd of people while on some mind-bending drugs. So basically, this is like going to Glastonbury. Hey, are you sad that you weren't able to listen to a load of music while passing out in the middle of a field because of lockdown? Play Where's Wally on the NES. I am off my tits. Ah, the pre-corona days, back when you could go outside and do whatever that lad's doing, with this lass who's doing something. Brings a tear to your eye. If Wally's anything like me, then he had social distancing down to pat way before lockdown.
Can you get the accounts over to me by 5 PM, please, Octavius?
Get the away from my desk.
Alright, just email it over then.
Off. By the way, for my American viewers, every English person has a bugger off tent. This is bullshit. This is bullshit, though. So you're trying to find him in the complete darkness and he only occasionally appears. There you are, you little prick. Come here. Where is he? Why is this lad running? Wally, what are you doing? I kind of feel like he just wants to be left alone and we're just following the poor lad around. I mean, he's in a cave, for God's sake. Got ya. Right. Oh. This cave bit is weird because all of a sudden you can just control Wally like that. And it's jarring and confusing because you were just looking for him. In fact, this is the only time in the entire game that you can control Wally. So is he possessed now? By you? What? Also, this hourglass up here is absolute bullshit. You're supposed to press a button while standing on it and you'll either lose or gain a minute of time, which makes no sense, obviously. But every time I played it, it took away my time. Bullshit. This thing is bullshit. And in the hole, I guess? Do you need to go in a hole? Yep, alright. And now you can't control him, so I don't know what that was about. Now we're off to the fairground! Yay! Do not know what that's supposed to be. With what's happening there? Is that a murder? It could well be. I mean, it could be anything, couldn't it? I like this. Is this supposed to be a balloon? It looks like a terrifying face. Oh, here you are. Why does the cursor slip around so much? Why do you have to walk around like that? Why can't you just go straight there? Wow. This is a busy city. There's a lot of people in the middle of the road. That is unsafe. Look at this guy here. He's the same size as all the cars. Absolute giant, that lad. What is that? What is that? What is that? Alright, where are you, pillock? Look at the state of this street. It reminds me of when I used to live in London. Ilford, specifically. Especially since in London, you've got this, that thing. Oh no, you do have that in London, yeah. Oh, come on, Wally, get a move on. What? So now you're going to throw this at me, are you? Never mind the fact that I'm really, really bad at this kind of thing. I keep pressing the wrong button. Alright, so this is supposed to be a subway, right? You can see that, right? Right? Which is ridiculous. I mean, I know as a game it can take artistic liberties, but what sort of subway operates like this? Commuting in London is bad enough without having to wait around for some bastard to switch the tracks around. Imagine this on the Piccadilly line every morning. Ugh. To be fair, if that's how they do it on the London Underground, then there's no wonder that Southern Rail is always late. And let me tell you, there's only so much passive-aggressive tweeting at TfL's Twitter account that us British people can do. When the trains are late, I personally prefer to stand there and tut very loudly. Now you'll notice that in this underground, Wally isn't alone. You'll see that there's this guy. This guy. Now, he's not supposed to be some random creep, he's actually another character in the Where's Wally universe, which is a bit weird because, this is the only time that he appears. And without context, I didn't know whether I was supposed to go to his square or avoid it, because it does sort of pop about across the board. I lived in London for a couple of years, so I can confirm that there is indeed a wizard that sort of lurks about. Mostly on the Circle Line. This character isn't a good or a bad guy, he's just another lad to find in the books. He's not even the evil guy in the Where's Wally's universe. He's not this guy. Look at him. I mean, he's wearing a yellow and black outfit. Clearly a bastard. Oh, and he's wearing shades too. Wanker. Anyway, back to the wizard. You don't want to touch him because he'll take time off your counter. And also because it's best not to touch old bearded guys hanging out at subway platforms. Not at King's Cross Station anyway. That's how you get arrested. Oh, so I'm told. Yeah. Why would the wizard drain your time? He's not really an enemy to Wally. Does he just really not want Wally to go to the moon? Is he worried about him? I don't get it. Seriously, dude, stop creeping about in subway stations. It's weird. If the police didn't block my calls, I would totally be reporting you right now. Right, there we go. Can we go? Oh no, I need to pick up my glasses, do I? Okay, fine. You know what? I suppose you could say that the levels like that are mini-games, but they're just so out of place, and it feels like you need to have read the instruction book before you start the game. I thought I was playing a Where's Wally game! What's wrong with just having more of the searching screens? I mean, I'd honestly be fine with that, but we only get a small handful of them, certainly less than what you get in the books. Instead, you get cop-outs like this cave mini-game. Did I mention that level was bullshit? I'm not sure if I made it clear. It's bullshit. Wow, so he actually walked past the castle so that we could have a look at it and go, oh, look, it's the castle, and then went to the castle where shit is kicking off. Is there blood on the floor? What's going on? Is this castle being sieged? What the hell happened to that thing, whatever it is? There's a lad with skis over here. Dinosaur in the moat. Look at this woman. She's brought her baby here. This is not safe for your baby, love. You need to wheel that cart right out of here. What? Oh, come on. No, I didn't want the vampire. Oh no, come on, this is an absolute cop-out. Why would there even be a slot game for launching a rocket? Oh, come on! Oh no, I didn't want the vampire! Oh, this is woeful. What kind of sadistic game development? No! I don't know who that woman is, but she needs to get wrecked. No, I didn't want the Sultan either. I didn't want that lad, whoever he is. Oh my god. I mean, I don't know who any of these people are, and there's no explanation given why we're playing a damn fruit machine to get on a rocket. Even the instruction book says, the last obstacle between Waldo and the moon is a one-armed bandit. You're not going to give us an explanation there? You're not going to tell us why that's the obstacle? No, it's a I've seen enough gambling awareness adverts to know it's best not to mess with these things. Especially if I'm in a situation where I'm told that if I match them, I can fly a rocket. I mean, very obviously this whole space station was set up by Elon Musk, which is another reason not to trust it. I mean, this isn't a good way to screen people who want to use dangerous equipment, is it? I can only assume this is how you get a gun in the USA. Yes! Yes! Lift off! Alright, well, getting 3 in a row is apparently enough qualification for this guy to get in a rocket. Unattended. Is that it? Are we done? I suppose he's having a nice time. That's the end of the game, by the way. You never see him come back. Maybe he never does come back. Maybe he's still there now. Dead, presumably. I know I'm supposed to feel happy and accomplished like I normally do when I complete a game, but if anything, I feel like a part of me has died. There, on the moon, with Wally, in a crater. Dead. Why did Waldo want to go to the moon in the first place anyway? I mean, there's very clearly nothing on it. Unless it was because all along he just wanted to get away from us weirdos that are following him around? Wow. Now I feel like a bastard. And if you're wondering if there's a huge difference in the difficulty levels, well, in the harder setting, in each of the finding levels, there's more space for you to search for Wally. I mean, only horizontally though. You can just scroll back and forth. You wanted to be searching up and down too? Come on, mate, we don't want it to be that difficult. This isn't Dark Souls. Also, the harder setting gives you less time to complete the whole game. And as you just saw, you need most of your time for that utter with the slot machine at the end. Like, that's the only reason it would be difficult, trying to do that quickly. Overall, it's not a hard game once you work out what Wally looks like, you know, in these graphics. It's just a rubbish game because it's boring and so basic. And there's not much of a punishment for just throwing the cursor around and clicking everywhere either. It just shaves off a bit of your time. Yes, please shave off more of my time. Bring me closer to the sweet release of death, you striped jumper wearing Willy Hammer. Look at this train station. This is crazy. This is like Victoria Station on a Wednesday morning. Is that guy being mugged? If it's Victoria Station, yes, probably. Look at these lads here. They're just taking a TV through a station. That's asking for trouble, that, mate. Look at this guy here. Is he flashing someone? You know what? I think, you know what? I want that to be the case. That would be something that would make this game a lot better for me. You know, if there was a flashing lad in the NES game, where's Wally? Oh, there's another one up there, look. I mean, there really doesn't seem to be that much info about this game from when it came out, at least none that I could find in Internet Archives or in any of my gaming magazines. But it's a totally unremarkable game, so it's not really a surprise. Look at this on the back of the box. High definition screens bring you all the details. Well, that's absolute bullshit, isn't it? Who wrote this? Obviously someone who never played the sodding game. Can you imagine thinking that this is high definition detail? Wait until you see Night Trap, mate. Your eyes will melt from your skull. Actually, that's a bad comparison, since most people who played that game would willingly have their eyeballs melted from their skull. Let me just see this high definition. Let me just work out what that is. Well, that was not fun. Ah well. From humble beginnings can come some pretty awesome stuff. I think Bethesda can be forgiven for this, even though it's awful. It's not, you know, mega awful. It's not E.T. or Daikatana awful. It's the kind of game that makes you just bored rather than, you know, livid with rage. Hey, did you know there's a Where's Wally book that got banned once because it depicted a topless person from behind? But oh no, that topless person was a woman. Oh no, her nipples are offensive. Oh, these guys though, oh, they're cool. Nipple away, lads. Seriously, stop teaching girls that when they grow up, their chests suddenly become so offensive that they need to be hidden behind censor bars. It messes girls up and it teaches boys to shame girls. Seriously, it's Check it out though. Wally, or Waldo, also got a game on the SNES. Not by Bethesda this time, but as you can guess, it works way better on 16-bit graphics. I don't know if it's a good game, but it's quirky? That's a polite English way of saying, whoa, no, away with you, go on. Hey, go on. Look at this, lad. Look. Well, teenage acne can be really hard on some people. Mate, do you want to borrow some of my face wash? Oh no, you don't need to give it back. No, you can have it. Only 5 levels though, and also some mediocre mini-games just wedged in between. And it doesn't really reflect the busyness of the books either. There's not really a huge amount going on in each screen. Even though the screens are packed, there's just not much happening. There'll be one main thing going on and then everyone else in the whole scene is dealing with that, you know, one main thing. Whereas in the books, there's all sorts of little things going on, little secrets to find, little jokes. This doesn't have any of that. It does have lots of copy-pasted sprites, distracting animations, and this guy. He's got this guy. Hey, buddy. Are you having a mental breakdown too? Hey, snap! Come on, let's be mates. What's your favourite game? Is it literally anything other than this? Mine's Club Drive on the Atari Jaguar. Where are you going? In fact, there's a lot more kicking off in the NES game. Look at this castle though. Look at it. Absolutely mental. Is this castle a National Heritage Site? I hope so. It really does look like people are being murdered. Seems like the live action role players have totally snapped. Which was gonna happen sooner or later anyway. Probably. Well, now that's played, I can use my new searching skills to try and find my soul. Can't be arsed. I'm just gonna go back to my bugger off tent. Oh God, it's good to be left alone. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. If you want to support me to make more videos, you can do so on Patreon. I also do have a Ko-fi account if you want to drop any tips there. It's not a euphemism, dear God, please, no. Otherwise, you can just subscribe and support me that way. Or you don't even need to do that. Literally, just watch the videos and enjoy them. You guys really are awesome. Thank you.